Metal Slug!
I guarantee it. Alright. Warhammer. Age of Sigmar, faction focus, Seraphon. Seraphon the Rappin. We got here one dinosaur riding a dinosaur. He's got his Makwahuitl up there. And a little shield. Warriors of the Lost Gawads. Long before the mortal realms ever existed, a mysterious race of godlike beings, known as the Old Ones, designed an impossibly complex scheme to reshape reality. To ensure this great plan was carried out appropriately, they created the Seraphon, a race of cold-blooded reptilian vassals guided by powerful amphibian arcanists, known as the Slann. To this day, untold millennia later, the Seraphon tirelessly battled to ensure that this great plan is fulfilled, no matter the cost, no matter what is forgotten. Ahem. The Seraphon have their origin in the world that was, where ancient temples and technologies built by the Old Ones sat largely inert as the Slann patiently followed their master's plan. When it finally fell to chaos, these same temples awoke and rose into the heavens, taking with them their precious cargo of mage priests. They are describing spaceships, which is kind of cool. They sat in the firmament for an age, but eventually the swirling energies of the universe coalesced into the mortal realms, and when the time was right, the Slann emerged from their temple ships, spawning pools churning with fresh soldiers, all ready to carry out the next stage of the great plan. Some of these ships landed, creating bustling cities from which the Seraphon marched to war, while others stay in the heavens as their Slann look to the stars to scry the future. Much has changed since their arrival, and the Seraphon now resist the renewed vigor of the Chaos Gods and their acolytes, the tyrannical legions of the God of Undeath, catastrophes wrought by the forces of destruction, and even the well-meaning interference of their allies. Oh, they don't know the big plan, huh? The Seraphon are not a single species, instead a collection who form a society governed by a rigid caste structure. At the top sit the Slann. These large toad-like creatures were birthed long ago during 5 spawnings, and they are uniquely privy to the machinations of the Old Ones, doling out obscure prophecy and divination to their skink attendants. They inspire great reverence in the rest of their kind, and are peerless spellcasters wielding eldritch might in order to scour their foes and summon war hosts from the aether. There he is, mean muggin'. Foremost among their number is Lord Croak. The last of the first spawning, he is an ancient being who has foregone his physical form and surpassed death itself to defend reality against the ever-growing pull of chaos. His power is such that even the spirit clinging to his mummified form can split heaven and earth alike. Oh, big frog emote. You love to see it. Rocky Rock, thanks for the OS frog. Big emote. I love the big emote they've done on Twitch, actually. This is the single greatest change Twitch has made in the last year. Is allowing you to gigantify an emote. I love it. It will like actually rob me of money. It's like, what is it, 50 each time? It depends on how big the streamer is, I think, but it got me to actually purchase bits. They finally got me. Oh, the scuff big, let's go. Anyway, this shit's fun. Oh, combo breaker, he tried. He made a sandwich out of it. Nice. It is the Skinks who are tasked with running the Seraphon society, ensuring that the Great Temple ship and the sprawling temple cities can function without pause. Skink attendants are devoted to serving the needs of the Slann, while others are tasked with tending to the mighty Kroxigor laborers. Skink cohorts go to war as the skirmishers and scouts, while bold skinks ride atop soaring Terradons and Ripperdactyls, or master more imposing beasts of war such as Bastiladons, Stegadons, and the spawn of Choke Tech. Fiery salamanders used as living artillery. Let's go. You just weren't done painting this and you had to take the picture anyway. You know what? Fair enough. That's been me plenty of times too. Although I do like the subtle lightning here in these mains. Actually very cool looking, a little obsidian there. Ahem. Yeah, ATP Disorderly, classic. Damn, I love the big emotes, they're so fun. Saurus warriors are the muscle, bred for one singular purpose, to dominate the battlefield. Well, they've been dominating the shelf for far too long, so I hope this is true. I'm kidding. They peruse this task with a ferocity that masks their calculating cohesion, for Saurus are not mindless machines, but possess a battle-focused intellect that is so dedicated to the completion of the great plan that they will sacrifice themselves to destroy any who threaten it. Saurus are commanded by their old bloods and scar veterans, grizzled beasts who tame apex predators. I've seen this anime. Such as the Agridons and Carnosaurs. When the Seraphon engage, it is as an expression of that ineffable yet axiomatic plan that the old ones rendered into being. Carefully considered balance of brute strength and thaumaturgical might, good word, and is wielded with cosmic precision. Cosmic precision? To face the hosts of star and scales, to face the will of an intellect beyond reckoning. It takes the biggest brain ever to cast the same spell 6 times a turn that does mortal wounds to everybody in your opponent's army. Just 999 IQ. Henya-ass tactics here. Smooth brains need not apply. Alright, battle traits. Here we go. Ooh, yeah, we're filling them up. Sure, yeah, of course. Yep. No 3 and then a big empty space here. This is one of the serious ones. Once per battle deployment phase, the great plan. Pick an Asterism, I guess. Pick an asterisk. That asterisk ability can be used for the rest of the battle, but the others cannot unless allowed by the furthering of the great plan. Fun. And you pick this in deployment, so once again we got the sideboarding stuff. You know what you're fighting against. I'm going to choose the one that's good against you. Let's fucking go. You love to see it. All of these are asterisms. Once per battle round, start of the 3rd battle round, you can further the great plan. 3 or more enemy units have been destroyed. You can use this ability if you meet the condition below that corresponds to it. Okay. 3 or more enemy units have been destroyed. There are no enemy units wholly within friendly territory. The enemy general is in combat or has been destroyed. Any friendly Slann units on the battlefield, no friendly Slann units are in combat. Pick a different asterism, and then you can use that. This is fun. This is cool. I like it. Yeah, this is cool. I'm going to do this. Battle round 3. I did that. Now I'm going to do this. The power. My brain, the cavernous folds. It looks like brain coral. It looks like a maze. Holy. A hedge maze brain. Itzil the Tamer. In fact, companion weapons used by friendly Seraphon now have crit 2 bites. Okay. And that just always works. Quetzalcoatl, the Preserver. Subtract 1 from the Ren character's melee weapons for attacks target friendly Seraphon units wholly within friendly territory only. Boo. Good buff, though. It's a good army for people who wanted more battle tactics, yeah. if that's your battle trait, for some reason, it changes it for me. I can't put my finger on it. But for some reason, when it's special, it makes it feel more special. Oh, something about it. Walter Sotek, the Deliverer. Add 2 to the move characteristic of friendly Seraphon units. Good for them. Good for them. That sounds like a great battle trait. You know what? Good for them. That sounds like a lot of fun. And then Tepak Shakur. Add 1 to casting rolls friendly Seraphon units. Yep, that sounds good too. Ogre player actually seething. Shadow Worship, the Walter Sotek, yeah, or Sotek. Alright, so Itzil the Tamer. You get companion bonus hits, and then you can change it once you've killed 3 or more enemy units. And the Preservative, is if you're in your friendly territory, people suck at fighting you. But you're supposed to leave your friendly territory, usually pretty quick. At least wholly within, you know. And so, if there's no enemies there, then you can leave and you can switch it. And add 2 to move characteristic is just really good always, and it's awesome and fun. No stupid limits, just happens, just for everyone. And then that is if the enemy general is in combat or has been destroyed. I don't know what that has to do with 2 move characteristic. I suppose you get to him faster. I guess they couldn't quite think of what to do to, but whatever. And then Tepak Shakir, the Seer, is 1 the casting rolls, and then if there are any friendly Slann units on the battlefield, no friendly Slann units are in combat or have been destroyed. So you can, as an opponent, you can mess these up. Oh, you don't switch, you just get the new one. Okay, sorry, I'm just in like reading ogre rules, man. I thought you lost your battle trait when you used a different battle trait, because that's how ours works. I just got to get out of that mentality. Never mind, you get just an additional thing. They all stack. How silly of me. Man, I got to get out of this my army battle trait reading Slaanesh, you know. I just got to get out of it. We're reading Order, okay? We're reading Seraphon. Pardon me. So which one will you choose? Sotek all day, every day, forever. 100% Sotek. And then once you've killed the enemy general, probably casting bonus. I mean, maybe if you got a lot of monsters, the Itzil thing. Depends on how many companion weapons you have. It depends on how important spellcasting is. But the one that stands out to me, and maybe it's from a sense of longing, is the +2 move characteristic, which is just the best one. And yeah, you get to see who you're playing before you pick any of these, don't forget. So, don't worry about it. This sounds fun. Ahem. If you see that you're playing against some like Alpha Strike army, take the Preserver. Alright, you're at -1 incoming rend. Ooh, you're trying to jump across the table and immediately attack me? Okay, I'll take the Preserver. Geez, it's gonna be one of those games of Age of Sigmar where you want to move ever. Well, damn, this one's pretty good, you know. I'm gonna be casting some spells. Choose whatever you want. This is neat. You only get the second one if you've completed specifically at turn 3. You can just, if you meet the conditions below. Once per battle, start of the 3rd battle round. So not or later, it's just the 3rd. Your opponent can try to mess this up. Nothing is a surprise here, right? It's all out in the open. So, hey, all they have to do is kill a Slann, or possibly even get into combat with a Slann, and then you can't choose a second one. They have to put one enemy unit in your territory, and then, you know, you can't get the other one. It's neat that they are able to have some counterplay here. It sucks that there's counterplay to your battle traits, because usually there isn't. Usually they just work. But, I don't know. It does suck that there is some counterplay to your battle tactic, though. Tell you what, if you're real sore about it, you can complain to Slaanesh about it, and they will surely care. They will care. What do we got here? Sunclar Starhost. Vengeance of Azir. Once per turn, army, end of any turn, huh? Pick up to 3 friendly Saurus or Kroxigor units that are in combat to be the targets. End of any turn. Make a pile-in move, then pick an enemy unit in combat with the target, roll a d3, 2 up, inflict amount of mortal damage on that enemy equal to the roll. Okay. They got Gulping Bite every single turn. Nice. They're probably not going to choose this sub-faction because I'm sure there's a better one, but nice. What about ogres? Who? Other formations capitalize on the indomitable strength of the war beasts. Tap into the celestial energies to teleport key units around the battlefield. That one will be good. And exploit the natural swiftness of the nimble skink hosts. I wonder if this is retreat and charge or some such. You can bite the same unit, right? Oh yeah, of course. Yep. You can bite the same unit 3 times. No big deal. Don't worry about it. They got those razor sharp jaws. Pile-in is also good, by the way. Don't sleep on it, as somebody said in chat. Yeah, you can bite the same unit. Alright, lower the celestial manipulation. Mystical Unforgiving. I know it's unforging. Cost 6. Unlimited spell. What is your unlimited spell, Seraphon? Pick friendly Seraphon wizard to cast a spell. Pick a visible enemy unit within 12. -1 from the rend characteristic of the target's weapons until the start of your next turn. Great. Great unlimited spell. Good work. As much as -2 now. Yeah, that's just a good defensive spell. Slann Starmaster. 5-inch move, 9 health, 5 up save. Oof. Looking for a ward, 6 up. Triple casties, though. They can't cast that on the same unit repeatedly? No, they can't. They can target different units, but not the same ones, I don't think. I don't think. Probably not. So your Slann Starmaster is crazy weak. Well, fragile, right? Crazy fragile, keep him out of harm's way. Why don't I think that? It's not for any mechanical reason because we haven't looked at the mechanics of the core rules. It just seems like something they would disallow from an intent point of view. In other words, it's a guess. But if you want a guess from me, my guess is that you can't target the same person with it. You know, when they come out with the core rules, we'll see what is the fact of the matter, right? So Mystic Shield got in somehow, and it's unlimited? Yeah. All according to plan. You got some attacks. Hey, crit mortals aren't bad, but yeah. Passive, Masters of Order. Add 1 to casting rolls for this unit. Okay, so you could be at a +2 with Tepak Chakur. In addition, this unit can use an Unbind ability if an enemy wizard anywhere on the battlefield uses a spell ability instead of the enemy wizard within 30. Okay, so they still have Unlimito Bindo. And Unlimited Banish. Cool. I thought that was a cool little thing. I'm glad they kept that. I've only seen 1 Unbind bonus in the game so far, right? I think. You know, Nagash used to be at +3 unbinds, and he's at +0 now. I think almost everyone lost unbind bonuses. I think I've only seen 1. Yeah, Mouth of Mork, I believe, was the only one. Oh, the Night Arcanum has it, Crow Roost. Celestial Equilibrium, 6. For the rest of the turn, add 1 to casting rolls made by other friendly Seraphon wizards while they're within 12. Okay, not you, but other. Well, we found our +3, I guess. If you're trying to Slann Star Maxer. Once per turn, any hero phase arcane vassal. Pick a friendly Skink wizard wholly within 18, and then measure the range and visibility of your next spell used by this unit from the target instead of this unit. Cool. You still have arcane vassal. I didn't know if they'd keep that. Neat. Kind of neat. Once per turn, army your hero phase celestial reinforcements. Pick a friendly Seraphon unit that started the battle with 3 or more models and has been destroyed. Roll die 4 up. Set up a new one with half. Ooh, okay. Unlimited power. So you have the most fragile dies to everything guy ever, right? Just blows up if anyone looks at him. However, triple caster does so at like +1 or 2, sometimes 3 if you're playing a type of army you probably wouldn't end up playing. His spell is good if you have other wizards. His once per turn army ability, even though it only works on a 4-up, which is sad, it's not once per game. You just try it every turn until it works over and over and over and over and over. Arcane Vassal could be neat. Unlimited range, meaning you put him really far away. You could work with this. Probably have what are your bodyguard guys, and then maybe the totem pole dude that extends the range. Maybe it doesn't extend the range anymore, who knows, but it probably does something still. You think Arcane Terrain still exists in a form? I hope not, but I can't remember. I can't remember. 4-up seems the standard for a hero resing half a unit. For free, yes. Yeah. For one that they can just keep trying forever, yeah, it seems like it's a 4-up. For ones you have to pay for, they just work. Or once per game, they just work. It does place a power +1 to casting or chanting, and on a 2-up, or you get D3 mortals on a 1. Okay. You have to tap a place of power. Oh, the new blood. I mean the old bloods. 10-inch move. No ward. 10-inch move, 4-up save, 14. Damn, dude, this guy's a Stonehorn. They made him a Stonehorn now. He caught up. He finally caught up. Sunbolt Gauntlet, 12 D6 attacks, 3 and 3 is 1/1. Shoot in combat. Sorry about the D6 attacks. Those are going to be annoying. Sunstone Spia, 5 3 3 1 2 4 4 2 1 3 3 4 2 2 3. Okay. Yeah. This guy is I mean, this guy's just a little Stonehorn now. Pretty decent damage, even. Charge +1 damage or up to 3. That's a lot of 3 damage profiles. A Ren 2 profile, just a bunch of different attacks. Loses 1 single attack when it is battle damaged. Massive jaws. Subtract 2 from the control scores of enemy units while they're in combat with this unit. Cool passive, bro. Spear of the Charge. If this unit charged this turn, add 1 to charge rolls for friendly Saurus units while they're holding an 18. Cool effect. Adding charge bonuses is going to be pretty nice because you do have teleports in this army, right? And then Blute Frenzy. If this monster is in combat with any damaged enemy monsters, roll die 3 up. This unit has strikes first. Alright, finish him off. Finish him. Cool, you are slow. But, you do a bunch of damage, and you have a cool passive. And you give charge bonuses in a game that has almost gotten rid of all the charge bonuses. And then this thing to randomly murk a monster. Kind of cool. Fragile and slow, but maybe that's just how they like their monsters to be now. No more teleports in the army. I'm assuming that this means teleport. I could be wrong. Other formations capitalize on the indomitable Seraphon Warbeast. Tap into the celestial energies to teleport key units around the battlefield. So for me, I'm assuming that's a teleport. It might not be. It might be an ambush style teleport, and they're just using flowery language. But that was what I thought. And you can also, oh yeah, you can take the +2 move. So 12 is all right. 12 is all right for a non-flying monster. It's all right. That's the point where it rolls over. It's like a speedometer. Like 10 is slow and 12 is all right. Ish. Kind of fragile though. $12 seems to be the max movement for most things. Well, look, I just happened to be on this page, but I could have just happened to been on this page and the chatter was still right. It doesn't mean the chatter's wrong. He said most things. He qualified it. He put a disclaimer in there. No need the, you know, overreact, right? But it was kind of perfect. You have to admit that. Anyway, 1 control, 3 health, 5 up save. 10-inch range, 3, 4s, and 5s, nothing, 1. Auto wound. Yeah, hey, auto wound when you're ignoring a 5 up, that's a big bonus, I guess. We haven't seen any monsters move faster than 10, you don't think? I think we have. Shadow Queen is 12 flying. I want to say the Slaanesh Keeper or Shalaxi, I don't think she was 12. I think she was 12. Krondis is 12. The Lumineth one was like fucking 16 flying or some obnoxious thing, but I guess that doesn't count. The Fox Spirit is just like, oh, Sephiroth is 18. Pardon me. Yeah, they just invented a number. He doesn't count. Oh, Shalaxi is 14. Okay. The unit you tagged the enemy general with the second Asterism after you took the 16 move. What did these guys do? You got some attacks that will always miss, and then you got some 3 attacks, 4s and 3s, 1/1 companion. -1 from hit rolls for shooting attacks that target this unit. Deadly cargo. Crewboy's Burb is 12 fly. Pick an enemy unit with this passed across. Roll a die for each model in this unit and add 2 to it if this unit is in combat range of any friendly Terradon chief units. Okay, so there's riders and chiefs, huh? Are these like, you take them in 1 each? Are they just little drones flying around? I thought these were units of 3. I was to understand, I think. Are the heroes separate? Terradon Chiefs. One mortal damage. If any damage points are allocated by this ability and the target does not have fly, the target cannot use run. Okay. There are. With a chief, you need to build separately as a hero. Okay. Hero's a single guy. I don't know if I think... So, Terradon Rider Squad has 9 health on a 5-up. Super fast. No damage. Flies over something, does a mortal maybe. And then the target can't run. I don't think targets run a lot. But if they would run, that does suck. These guys are hard to shoot, I guess. There is room for a unit that basically sucks but is fast, I think. In general, in armies, I think there's room for like one unit like that. It's like, this thing sucks, but it's really fast, and that's good. So anything else it can do is just cool. You're supposed to move them 14 somewhere, and then technically they're there, and that's helpful to you, right? Yeah, essentially a battle tactic unit. Yeah, they're like Furies and Slaves to Darkness, kind of, is how I consider the unit. Anyway, probably good work. Oh, they're showing the Engine of the Gods. Good. I want to see it. "14 health, 4-up save, 8-inch move. Very slow. 5 control, though. The Handler's Meteoric Javelins. Hey, any Meteor Handlers in the chat? 12-inch range, 64401. Shoot in combat. 64212. Charge 1 damage. Okay. Yeah. Stegadon swinging. The V8. The V8. Once per turn, any combat phase. Crest of Horns. Pick an enemy unit that charged this turn is in combat with this unit to be the target. D3, 2-up, inflict amount of mortal damage equal to the roll. Add 1 to save rolls for attacks made by that enemy unit that target this unit for the rest of the turn. Okay, it's impact hits, except also all-out defense. Nice. Good work. Now tell me about the casino engine. That's what I want to hear. Pick of this unit will harness or reserve the power of the cosmic engine. Alright, lay it on me. If it will reserve the power, place a cosmic power token next to this unit. Okay, we need a token now. If it will harness the power, roll the die and add the number on the power token to the roll. Then remove all cosmic power tokens and pick one of the following effects. Isn't that just what a prayer is? Isn't this literally the prayer rules? Why are we doing this? You already have prayers. Isn't this like very much what prayers are? You know? I mean, they want to make it special, I suppose, but then don't write the rules so that it's exactly what a prayer is. Well, whatever. I don't care. On a 3-up, you can heal D3 to all friendly Seraphon units wholly within 12. Meh. On a 5-up, you can pick up the 3 friendly Seraphon units wholly within 12 and return 1 slain model to each unit. Meh, actually, but perhaps you'll get a Croxigore out of the deal, like, alright. On a 6-up, you can pick up to 3 friendly Seraphon units within 12, and those have strike first for the rest of the turn. Okay, that's good. Engine of meh. Strike first on 3 guys is cool, I guess. You have to declare with what it'll do, right? If you reserve, just get a power token, and if you don't, you gotta roll. So, turn 1 you reserve, turn 2 you reserve, Turn 3, you harness, and now you're IDK, kinda. Nah. You know, back in the story time, I don't know if anyone remembers first edition, but I do. The Engine of the Gods in first edition, you rolled 3d6 for if there was a Slann nearby, if I recall correctly. I don't know can't remember the ins and outs, but if you rolled maximum, if you rolled the 18 on it, it lets you take an additional turn after this one. You got an extra turn on an 18. Which means, in first edition, you could take a turn, win priority, take a second turn, roll an 18 on Engine of the Gods, take a third turn. It wasn't okay. It was not okay, actually. But that's the kind of shit that would happen in first edition. Now they changed it. And what was the thing they changed it to? There were some complaints, even though it was a rare situation. It was a 1 in 36 chance, right? It never happens, but the one time it did, like, you just win the game. They changed it to, like, everybody gets double attacks or something like that, if I recall. Like, you got double your attack characteristic, I think. That was their, like, FAQ fix to that. You might have even gotten to be faster as well, but I know you doubled your attack characteristics. Which was kind of like taking 2 turns, but it wasn't because you didn't score twice, you know. Anyway. Yeah, but what if the opponent counters by having a bigger mustache? This was after that. This was when the game had points and stuff. It still had shit like that. Fingpad, thanks to tier 1 gifter. Appreciate it. TY. A word from the oh, Jimbo's showing up for this word from the studio. Hey, alright. The Seraphon are beholden to pursuing the great plan, laid down by the mysterious Old Ones. Asterisks will allow a Seraphon player to tune their army on the battlefield to deal with specific threats in their opponent's army, or to enhance the already formidable abilities of their own. In fact, after attacks, it was changed to summon new units like crazy. Yeah. It was changed to Giga Summon after that. It changed to double all attack characteristics. It's a 1 in 216 chance. Oh, yeah, you're right. For 36, I was thinking of... Never mind. I was thinking of 2d6. Good point. And after that, it was killed, and it stayed killed forever, and it was never good again. In fact, with such a wide variety of units available to them, Seraphon player can build almost any kind of army that they can think of. Yep. Whether that is a plethora of monstars, such as Bastildons and Stegadons, a thundering cavalry charge of Agradon, Agoreddon, Lancers, Raptadon chargers, and soaring Terradon riders. It's a lot of Dons. Or an infantry march of Saurus warriors and Skinks. Asterisms typically benefit from focusing on one strategy, but you can always further the great plan to unlock an extra buff for a second half of the battle. Hey, alright. Then we got Saurus warriors. 2 health, 4 up save. They have some attacks. +1 to save rolls for this unit while it's contesting an objective you control. You have to control the objective, but then they're on 3-ups. So these are meant to be your just good stuff that sits there. Alright. The spearhead is painted very nicely. You are right. You're really hoping to see if the Bastildon keeps the 2-up save? I wonder if he'll keep the 1-up save. With that awful FAQ to it. that made no sense. Yeah, they look boring but good. Not everything has to be exciting, I guess. It's fine to be good, right? So, what do we have here? We got Seraphon, right? Where are we putting that? Well, let's review. Saurus warriors look boring but good. +1 to save rolls is great. They got some attacks. Yeah, well, alright. And this is the spearhead version. Sure. Seems alright. Next up we got Engine of the Shelf. Bum 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 wow. Then we got Terradon riders who don't look very exciting or anything, but they're very fast and you probably might want to use them because battle tactics are good. So far, man, okay. I'm not like, as I'm scrolling up, I'm hitting not exciting thing after not exciting thing. And then we get the Saurus oldblood, who is a slowish glass cannon. Just a glass hammer. He is a Stonehorn. He gets gives people charge bonuses around him, which is kind of rare this edition. I like to see it. Terror passive is good. Blood Frenzy can randomly screw a monster over. Will you end up using him? Not sure. But the Timmies will like this combat profile here, and they might have some fun with that. So, Saurus oldblood, yeah, I'll say it's alright. Considering I've never been much of a big fan of any of the Carnosaurs mechanically, ever. And this seems like at least a more exciting version. And then we get to the Slann Starmaster, who is the most fragile thing in the universe, but his brain is so fucking huge that he might just tie the room together with all of his cool abilities. And he even kept the Skink vassal thing, which I didn't think they would keep around, but they did it. And keep trying for reinforcements over and over. Slann looking good. You gotta protect the baby. You gotta hold it. With this guy. But that's kind of, I suppose that's a little bit the old school way. That's been a bit of the old school way, right? Back in the, speaking of the ancient days. Back when you killed their Slann Starmaster and they lost the whole game because of it. If they were playing foolishly. Mystical Unforging, cool. Great spell. Generally... No, I'm not going to say that, because you do have to target the enemy. It's not like you're targeting your own guy, you're targeting the enemy in it. So the spell is worse than it could be. It could have been you target your own guys and be way better, right? It's still good, though. At short range, you're going to have to cast it through one of your Skink wizards who's close to the front while the Slann Starmaster is 18 behind, or whatever, I don't know. Maybe they still have range extension, the flag guy. Well, they kept the Skink vassal, so who knows? The bites. Sunclaw Star Host seems very good. Actually, this thing seems cool. Happens every turn. You're probably going to choose one of the other ones, I bet, but it still looks fun. And then battle traits seem awesome. You get these Asterisms. You may or may not get your third battle round one. Well, to be honest, I'm going to pretend that you don't. Because your opponent can do stuff to screw them up. So the better your opponent is, the less likely it is that works. But 2 to move characteristic is amazing, especially in this edition. 1 to casting rolls is great, considering probably how reliant on spell casting you are. The -1 rend in wholly within your territory. Very common choice, I bet, especially if you're playing against Alpha Strike armies or something like that, and you do get to choose as late as you want to. The companion thing, probably not, but who the fuck knows, man? I don't know. It's good. How hyped am I for Seraphon? Me personally? Very low. Never been much interested in them. Playstyle wise or otherwise. They have too many guys. for me, 10 guys max. Thanks. Yeah, maybe there's a Carnosaur army chilling. Like, who knows? I don't know how expensive those are. How excited am I for Seraphon? Here's the thing. If Seraphon sounded too good, I would be less excited for them. Because I'm kind of sick of Seraphon having rules that are, like, so good. But not necessarily, like, fun. Let's see. Yeah, they're reliable, and what everyone says they want is reliability when we, like me, complain about D6 number of attacks, and the thing only works on a 4-up, and it's a once per game that still might fail, and if you try it at all, you lose your other thing, and then what you say is you want reliability, but then they give you an army that's reliable, and you're not excited, so, I mean, figure it out, right? I think they're B. I look at the list and I don't see A. I see a cool battle traits that you can choose late, a fun ability, a pretty good unlimited spell but short range, a very fragile Starmaster that has potential to make big plays, a glass hammer monster that's finally maybe playable, stupid Terradon riders that I sleep, engine of the shelf, I sleep, and these guys are probably good but kind of boring, so I'm thinking B. Nothing really wrong with it, I'm just thinking B. But it's a low B. They didn't have to do my man Engine of the Gods like that. If they didn't show Engine of the Gods, so they didn't know it was that disappointing, they might be higher than this. They might be up here somewhere in B. Cities of Dinomar. We really need to see Croak? Yes, we do. Slann and Great Plan, hard to carry the hype of this, but I still like the other stuff. Well, that's good. You vote A for the battle trade and Slann alone, just under cities for me as a minimum. Zelano Fedge. Thanks for the first time chat. We're better than where we were with Engine, which is embarrassing to say. Yeah, you know, I mean, look, I've had a unit like you have had your Engine of the Gods. I have had what is known as a Thunder Tusk. And in first edition, like yours, it was good, but maybe a little too good. And then Games Workshop agreed, and then for the next 6.5 years, it has been trash. So, hey, sorry you didn't get yours. I probably won't get mine. We can shake on it. It would be real funny if they purposefully withheld Croak because he's just an abomination. Yeah. I was wondering about that. It's like they didn't show Catacross because secretly they know he's bad or something like that. Like, that would be interesting. While Croak is in play, all Asterisms are active. Quote me. Clip it and ship it. All right. I mean, that would be cool. It'd be a hype ability. You know? Where are goes in this tier? Oh, sorry, you can't see them. Yeah, they're in F. Pain and Suffering. The least hype single faction focus. Slaanesh tried. They gave it their all to be a disappointing, not hype faction focus, but their war scrolls actually look pretty good. And it's really just that battle trait for the most part, and fiends, I guess. But it's the battle trait that ruined everything for Slaanesh. But some of those war scrolls look too good, so they didn't quite make it into the Pain and Suffering negative hype, like sell your army now tier. But the sky isn't falling. We haven't seen everything yet. I guess we'll just have to wait. Ogre players have become very used to saying maybe next book. We've said it in 2nd edition. We said it in 3rd edition. When we get our index, maybe we'll say it in 4th edition. You know, who knows? Anyway, not bad. Imagine Ogre Index comes out and it's totally different from what they showed off. That'd be great, probably. I mean, it would mean that whoever wrote the article, like, did the opposite of a good job, right? But I'm not holding my breath. But I'm also not selling my army. And I'm also not, like, quitting the game or, you know, it just sucks, that's all. But I'll play it. I'll see how it is. You gotta give it a real fair shake with the whole of everything. This is just impressions, you know? Impressions are still something. And we know a lot of stuff, and we can start comparing stuff across all this. But, damn, there's just too much we don't know yet. The sky isn't falling, but it is moving downward at a rate. Ahem. It's just beta. They'll patch it. Yeah, it just came out. They'll patch it. They'll fix it with the expansion pack. Dude, the expansion's in beta. They'll fix it. If you could change one thing in what was shown for ogres, what would it be? That one's hard. I have to pick one thing. There's like 4 massive deal breakers. It's hard to pick one thing. That's kind of the problem with the ogre one. Is that there were like 3 or 4 deal breakers, and we didn't really get anything in return. Hungry and eating turning into running and 1 gulp, probably. No, not even. Impact hits failing 33% of the time. Like doing 0 33% of the time, maybe. So like impact hits change, maybe. Hungry and eating thing change, maybe. The Everwinter, maybe. Because that doesn't sound fun at all. It sounds like a bunch of bullshit I gotta do. It's like a play style thing. I don't know. There's too much. There's too much to just choose one. Honestly, if I had to just choose one, it would be that Everwinter Prayer, where you target terrain and it gets a zone, you know? Just get rid of that. Get rid of that whole idea and do something else. It wouldn't even be Stone Skeleton. Because Stone Skeleton just means my guys are glass cannons now. Instead of kind of durable, they're... Or very durable as a Frost Lord is. It just means everything's a glass hammer now. Alright, so I'm a glass hammer army, okay. But I don't want to do some fucking terrain bullshit with prayers and staying within 3 of some terrain. I don't want to do that. It sounds like not fun playstyle to me. So I would, out of all the rest of it, like birds, losing 2-inch move army-wide, actually 4-inch move for all my guys, impact hits becoming 33% to not work, the stupid once-a-game thing that sucks, I would actually choose the Everwinter thing on the top of the pile to be not that. Losing overwhelming charge, yeah, it would be the Everwinter thing. Anyway, good question. Seeing more abilities rely on terrain, it seems a bit better than it did on first reading. No? Yeah, I suppose you could think about it that way. I don't know, I look at an army of 10-inch move monsters that don't fly, and I don't want to play into the terrain, I guess, in general. Doesn't sound very fun. There's like armies that care about terrain and armies that are mostly trying to avoid terrain, and I would, if given the chance, choose an army that doesn't have to care about terrain. Either being near it or not being near it or whatever. I don't much want to interact with it too much, to be honest. Like, I wouldn't choose Sylvaneth. Here's an army. If you love terrain, Sylvaneth, dude. Like, that's a great army for you, you know. Skaven, it comes with 3 terrain features you can put all over the place, right? Anyway. It's neat that they tried to do something to Everwinter, because it didn't really do anything ever before. And so people just forgot about it, and so I appreciate them trying to do something with it. Doesn't seem great, but again, it could be I just play with it and it's fucking awesome. And then I have to write a letter to James Workshop and officially apologize. Man, that shit looked like it sucked, but it was fun. Can you imagine the copium required for me to have to say that? Anyway, maybe the blizzard debuff to hurt enemies every turn instead or something. Yeah, it could be a lot of stuff. I don't know, we'll see. Maybe I have to use it. Maybe you don't end up using it and the army's fun anyway. Maybe it just sucks for a while. Whatever. Whatever. I'll still play the game and try to get there. Ogres would have to be real shit and real not fun to rustle my jimmies, I guess. I mean, Twitch acting aside with the funny, like, you know, that kind of stuff, they would have to get real not fun for me not to just be memeing for the most part, so I don't think it's a big deal. Anyway, chat. Thanks for watching. And then there were 4. Slavs to Darkness tomorrow. Last 3. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And then the 2.5 months, actually. G's. Faction focuses. And then we just have to wait for that full index. The full core rules. And then, once we have the full index, the full core rules, all the points, and then when someone tells you that their army sucks, you're gonna be like, well, we haven't played it yet. And like, no, this looks real bad. Well, we haven't even played it yet. And then you play it a little bit, and this looks really bad. And then they'll be like, they'll fix it in the seasons. We don't know enough yet. No one can complain. We can complain, but it doesn't mean it might not get fixed. It's amazing how much we have seen yet, though. Yeah. Anyway, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Thanks for the subs and the bits and the primes. Stick around a little bit for the outro. And I will see you later this week. Check out Discord for future scheduling.